Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and amazing and amazing spectacular Propagandacast from your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda, hero's like defender of the fatherland, of Hito 1v1 on Kholodny Ferma. In the west, it is Shogun Cho fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union and Comrade Stalin. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps with Armored Assault, Gut Motor and Mechanized Support with Punions with Man Bullets, and versus the east it is VonAsten fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany and Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the... let's just go with 11th Panzerdivision here with Spec Ops, Overwatch and Firestorm with triple implementations there. And a big thanks to Patrick for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. And a big thanks to Gammy for pledging on Patreon and supporting the Propagandacast with their hard-earned money that way. And of course a big thanks to all of my other patron supporters who will keep me in the biz here with the Propagandacast. You too can join the ranks by pledging yourself. Links in the description. You can just donate with us. Also linked to PayPal. We can just donate as well for a one-time donation. And otherwise you can like, comment, share, and subscribe, and press the bell button to help spread the word with the Propagandacast that way as well. We got double focus here for VonAsten Student Pioneers versus double Genius Scoutcast out here for Shogun Cho. That's a bit interesting one there. By the way, it's going to probably going in aggressively versus VonAsten. Hope to throw them off here. In the north, we got the Volksgunde advancing. Meanwhile, most of the main forces heading southwards here for the German army. Engineers heading northwards here for Shogun Cho. There we go. M3A1 light scout car there to put pressure on the Germans. And the south sandbags up there. More from the VonAsten up north. Engineers versus the Volksgunde here. Already shots being fired. Bartwire going off here to deny this piece of cover there to the enemy. M3A1 rushing ahead. Volksgunde will be routed by that. As it charges in with its 5th caliber. Quickly opening up the Volksgunde. Heading from the northern field in the other engineer squad. First penal trooper squad almost down there for Shogun Cho versus VonAsten.
Penal troops are standing by.
Southern point seized. Volksgunde sitting out. Penal troops sitting out there. Grabbing the northern fuel. Volksgunde sitting out. There we go. Volksgunde getting to the church. Basically engaging the truck, just charge at the church and don't really care about it. Bashing through the front door almost. Got Punions with the Volks in the south court, laying down sandbags. There's going to be a quick loss there for VonAsten. And yeah, he's going to have to fall back pretty fast. Down to 3 men already. Up north, it's also losing out there. Once Shogun Cho really shows he turns up the heat here on his fascist opponent. Things are starting to look pretty dire for VonAsten. 2 squads down to 2 men. One already routed. The other will also have to fall back soon. Other squad falling back here as well. Probably pulling back here to maybe upgrade for a flame for in a few seconds. Punions do not head further south and heading centerwards here. There we go, flamethrower being upgraded. 2nd Punions squad almost done. And we got more folks here for VonAsten, more infantry. And Shogun Cho basically bypasses it, going straight for the cop, and there's marking laid down for VonAsten. Just in time, that said, Shogun Cho does see it. Then again, he was still enough charging into it by accident due to the pathing of the scout car, for example. Stone Pines down to 2 men here, small chance of wipe here. Down to 1 man, slip of health here. Can Shogun Cho get the wipe here? Can he finish off the Stone Pioneer squad here? No, folks have blocked the way. And the pathing of the scout car further, it goes from there for Shogun Cho and doing heavy damage here to VonAsten. His men are dropping dead like flies. We got Stone Pines for the folks in the center. Might go for another 3rd squad here. We'll have to see. Go with this. Shogun Cho established, I think, dominance here against VonAsten in the early game. 6 kills on M3A1 using the overdrive ability there. Something forcing healing. Need to fix up the M3A1. Heading for the southern field, folks moving about there. South first, probably wants to repair it while grabbing a point here. Bit of efficiency there by Shogun Cho. Thumbs up. Try on the way for VonAsten. Skirmish continues up there. Engineers here possibly busy with mines. Nope. Looked like it. At least I couldn't detect any mines there. Folks are right over the penal troopers. Fixing up the M3A1. And we got Gut Motor for Shogun Cho. Shogun Cho, a very big fan of the Gut Motor Doctrine, featuring the T-3035, heavy mortars, Scout's Rifleman, vehicle crew repair training, and the marked vehicle ability. M3A1 there ready. Up north and missing weapons. Do get some mines now here for Shogun Cho, and we also got some there actually. Very good. VonAsten has yet to commit to a Doctrine. We'll have to see, though I would say Spec Ops or Overwatch seems very likely here. Both seem fairly likely. Premium troops reinforcing here for Shogun Cho and the Red Army. In the center, FNASN deploying more troops to deal with any Soviet advance there. To bolster his ranks. And there we go. Mechanized Red Wing headquarters going up here for VonAsten. Looks here very likely could also that going in the Puma. And his radar scout could just find it's more mines here for Shogun Cho disrupted. Premium troops sending out. And we've got the first guard squad out here. Also probably equipped with DP lock machines since he can. But that is not right now since he's a bit short on the munitions for the DPs. Scout car there down to half of another overdrive utilised. Infantry northward, scouting as well there. As FNASN go straight for the car point, looking to disrupt and shut off Shogun Cho's fuel flow for as long as possible. Forces moving in there. And there go Pimps catching the forces already forced retreat in the face of the Pimps assault under Shogun Cho's command. The Strafniki patting themselves. There go the M31 overdrive reversing at the Sturmpanzer, pushing out a cover here. Forces retreat here for VonAsten. Pimps doing a lot of damage there with the S5040. Sandbags down here for VonAsten though. Setting up a new line of defense here. And the mine goes off. Almost taking out the Sturmpanzers once more though. VonAsten has a bit of luck there in part because they hadn't lost any members before that. Pimps was the Volkskamp is. They'll be able to buy some time, but they're already low on health, and the Penal troops are assembling in a strong position, so that's going to be very favourable there for Shogun Cho. Guardsmen at the centre. Bit of harassment on the south here. And we do get the looks here. For VonAsten, the Panzer II Ausführung L. More troops pouring to the centre, Guardsmen in the way. Scar getting fixed up once more. 9 kills. Close to 2 here. That's definitely going to be a headache there for VonAsten once it gets there. Going straight for the car, he knows with the mine, but he lacks the mine sweepers. He does have them now. Probably going to move and try and deal with the mine any other mines here. I'm going for the carve point. Engineers moving in. M31 heading southwards. Looks halfway down there for VonAsten. Shogun just going to need field guns, or in this case, he's going to keep calling guardsmen. Laying down his own mines also works. He does delay the DP lock machine upgrade on the guardsmen. I don't think that's something you want to delay for too long either, since the DPs are pretty solid. South Force goes to the M31 there, quickly routed. VonAsten doesn't even try to pound so fast there, and that problem will work too well for him. Heavy firing around the car point there. We've got the Panzer II Model L. Concussive grenade from the Sturmpanzers. Catches the Pimp squad there. Nice work. Going to treat it to mine here. No, the M31's going to charge into it. Possibly set off near troops as well. Oh, does he get a wipe first? Yes, he does get a wipe. The M31 is right in front of the mine. Oh, the old... Good lord. That's going to be frustrating for VonAsten. Like, it's just like, the perfect cluster mess up there waiting to happen, and then it just didn't. That was just a brutal tease there. There's more guardsmen here though. Looks taking more damage from the anti-tank rifles. They punch through the armour. Down to half health already, but the guardsmen are not in a great position to keep resisting. M31 being fixed up. More mines here from Shogun Cho versus VonAsten. His Sturmpanzer is trapping the guard's position. We do have deep machines on the mark. Nego looks almost taken out. Barely alive there. Not the best idea to try and attack guardsmen in heavy cover with that. Fox almost wiped out. Oh, hit the mine and another wipe on VonAsten. He's now in a matter of moments taking 2 full Fox's wipe. Could see another wipe, a third one if he's really unlucky with the Sturmpanzers. But so far, the Sturmpanzers have had a somewhat, lucky existence. Most die except one guy repeatedly. Up north, he Fox moving in, but still 2 wipes. That is really painful there. He's really painful for VonAsten. But he's going for the northern fuel point. VonAsten is not intimidated. He is not slowed down, but he's socialist bastards. Troops reinforcing healing setting out. M31 good to go again. 14 kills for 2. Engineers versus the Volkskamp as VonAsten charges ahead here. I imagine we'll be seeing a Puma here to try and further discourage in light leaving from Shogun Cho. And there you go, charge it. The Volkskamp is going to see a Panther fast here. But even then, they're going to take a lot of damage in the process. Further heavy damage inflicted. We'll need to fix up the M31. Pimps from the north is there, focused on heavy cover, ready to receive any Marxist attackers. That kit's just been awaiting the looks getting fixed up there. More pimps being deployed here to northern fuel point, regaining that for the glory of the Soviet peoples and, of course, the cause of the war. VonAsten still yet to commit to Doctrine, remains hesitant. Could he maybe end up going for Firestorm for the Double Blitz? And maybe some MP40s? That could be an option for VonAsten to consider. They could also go for Spec, maybe for a Command Panther. Meanwhile, Tango Return Command up for Shogun Cho could go for a fast T70, though, of course. He could also just try and take ahead here. A few options here versus VonAsten. Scouting continues in the centre. Looks charging in M31. They're being pursued. VonAsten's had enough of this Lend-Lease louse. And he does put it out of his misery. Thumbs up, that's VonAsten. Of course, he could hit a mine, in which case he looks in a lot of trouble. But in this case, no such thing as that laid down by Shogun Cho. Tank Chain Command done. We shall see what he goes for. Because then he also knows if he goes for something like the T-10, there's also a good chance of baiting out a Puma, which of course can delay any further tech out for VonAsten, but at the same time will also give him a drop for some time. And of course there's a chance he may still go for the Puma no matter what, so there are some consideration there to have for Shogun Cho with this. Anyways, VonAsten going half of the car point. Sandbags being hastily laid down to prepare a new defensive position to resist the oncoming Soviet counterattack. Martin dealt with it, but the strong point is looks charging forwards for the glory of the Red Army. 6 kills there. Anti-tank rifle murder. Oh dear. If only he had the initiative for the satchel charge there, in which case VonAsten could have been in a really bad spot there. But get hit by an anti-tank satchel charge with quick possibly costing the looks. You do get the Puma on the way there though for VonAsten. You get a T-10 out here for Shogun Cho. More mines going off here, else all over the place. Lots of back and forth and aggressive action. And you follow-up set up here for VonAsten to help bolster his men. Hold down the third counter-attack a bit. Very good. T-7 sending out. No anti-tank weapons yet. Of course, the Puma is halfway down here for VonAsten. And the 11th punch shot continuing fire. Looks opening up as well. Shots mostly clanking off the front line. Puts it too much down to this Panzer here. Could we see another one here? Probably not. But we might be able to take out the looks here. That said, the Puma is out now. The 234-2 heavy armored car. Looks down to almost half health, but he just gave you a grenade off here. Not doing too much. Flamefinger needs to finish off his job. Could possibly see VonAsten losing the MD-34. Not careful. But there you go, Puma to the rescue. I think Chung just realised he's not going to be able to get the T-10 out of this. He's trying to go get the MD-34. Still, this is pretty good for VonAsten. The T-10 didn't do too much here before he got rid of it. Now he possesses 2 big, lightly armored vehicles here versus Shogun Cho with none, who's going for more guardsmen plus the anti-tank penal troopers. Does mean Shogun Cho has an awful lot of anti-tank rifles, which can make life miserable here for the Puma and the Luxors. Southern fuel loads being seized and almost connected up here as well to the Red Army supply lines. MD-34 could also be seized here, and there you go, pushing forwards with anti-tank rifles, guts, and socialism. VonAsten following up with more folks from the ears, no sign of any tech, and certainly no Doctrine either. Holding out here for as long as he can, but the hunt is on. There you go. VonAsten counter-attacking. He gets Spec up, opening up for infiltration tactics. Infantry assault rifle gets Oberstaden. Flares and of course the Command Panther plus radio sound shoots this gun. Stand landing the 94 being hauled away there. Thumbs up to VonAsten. Nice work there. Puma popping smoke, which also helps a bit there. Puma does heavy damage, and the guardsman almost get it, but it narrowly survives along with the looks. Still, Mepto remains solidly socialist here at the moment. And VonAsten certainly will need to restore some measure of fuel supplies here before Shogun Cho just begins steamrolling him with the T-3045, at which point the Puma's going to be absolutely of no use if there starts like a larger number of T-3045s coming out of the field. So, some things to be kept in mind there. Looks are being fixed up at the Sturmpionier. Puma, of course, also need repairs. Ground the car point. We got Penal troops coming towards the centre here. A large selection of infantry.
Supplies to the enemy.
A Red Storm has arrived. Looks moving forward here. 10 kills, Veteran 2. Going behind cover. At the same time, a smaller force being expected from opposite, and actually a larger force in terms of infantry. But it's quickly moving towards the centre deal here with Shogun Cho's infantry assault here. Shogun Cho promises to start take up soon, I think. Looks they're down to half health, encountered by a veritable wall of anti-tank rifles. The looks is not particularly well suited for their gun. Defense 4 moving in, and Shogun Cho quickly beats a very brave retreat. But even then, Shogun is getting so much fuel hit compared to VonAsten. We got the take up as well there. Nope. Instead, he commits to another guard squad. Wow. That feels a bit excessive. I mean, sure, it's going to make life hell for the infantry or the light vehicles to a lesser degree. The infantry can get upgraded, but I feel like there's a chance of not becoming too much. I mean, it's got 6 infantry squads now. They're all kind of, you know, a bit more on the expensive side, I think, in terms of reinforcement. Though perhaps still cheaper than grenadiers. But yeah, I can't help but feel this might be a bit excessive. Nonetheless, could result in a manpower bleed spiral. We should be pushing for tanks. So on the one hand, this is going to be very difficult line to deal with. Even like medium tanks might struggle with, like, you know, that many anti-tank rifles. But on the other hand, if VonAsten managed to like come up with a good counter strategy to this, it could lock down Shogun Cho very hard. Like for someone just going for a bunch of Wolfsdarden, could probably an issue here for Shogun Cho for more machine guns, which is actually what he's going for. Plus a Schwerpunch quarters could also be a tough nut to crack for it. Note what he's doing here is basically trying to remove the shrubbery here so he can actually open up for a full arc of fire here from the church and make it a much stronger machine gun nest there for him. Guys moving up there, going getting the Puma focusing on Steel Pioneers. A torrent of PTRS fire there. There's just the Penal Troopers. Guardsman there as the Falcon is back. Oh, one more Guardsman. Can I imagine you can see the Schwerpunch quarters distant enough here from VonAsten. Guardsman tank force here looks falling back, and there go getting buttoned up. Guardsman in there. Most of the shots that are not hitting at all. Lucky there for VonAsten's looks. As it does escape here the wrath of the Red Army. One to sink rough going off there. Guardsman putting towards the centre. North there, northern point mixes with engineers, ground the point here as well. Very good. Truck standing around there for VonAsten. The Schwere Wehrmacht Schlepper is still yet to be set up. Shogun Cho swarming to the centre. He really needs to start taking up there before you get ends up in that manpower bleed. And there we go. Spiral, that was good to see. Guys not him, then U-34.
Prepare for combat. Target secure.
Looks Puma there. Being fixed up. Looks as though he's got to go. Puma needs repairs once more.
Ready for order.
Got the closeness of the Penal Troopers.
Standing by. Send orders.
Penal Troopers routed. And there you go. Got looks flanking up behind the Penal Troopers. Going for an attempted wipe here on the retreat. But Shogun Cho, there's luck. Turns out to be alright that one time. Going for the T-34-76. With the Puma out, he probably should be honest going for the T-30-35. I mean, just start steamrolling them or snowballing them rather than going for the T-34-76 here. I do feel like this could be a mistake even with all the guardsmen. Holy smokes, that's just a huge guards blob there with a torrent of anti-tank. We've got a Puma as well, I think, that mix into the blob. Again, just 5 sets of anti-tank. That's 10 anti-tank rifles there. Like, even medium armor's going to have a hard time. He's moving up the truck here for some reason. Not entirely sure what's going on with that there. Might have been a misclick or something else. Yeah, just a huge swarm of guardsmen and anti-tank rifles. T-34-76 almost done. Of course, he might be thinking that with all these anti-tank rifles, he doesn't need the T-30-45. Let me see if that turns out to be correct or incorrect. But like, even a medium tank's gonna have a hard time with all of these anti-tank rifles in like any one engagement, particularly like behind heavy cover. Like, they can do some quick damage to those. T-34 still rolling out here for Shogun Cho and the Red Army though. Charging ahead here for the glory of Gromlet Stalin. Truck that being caught. Again, I'm not entirely sure what happened with the truck here for VonAsten. I am not entirely sure what happened. Moving forwards, looks there, mentioned 316 kills. T-34 racing ahead. Of course, backed up by a legion of anti-tank rifles. A tank hunter phalanx. T-34 applying support here. Infantry about there in this regard. His blob type does mean he's going to struggle with map control because VonAsten to an extent can just divert forces around it. Might be a clip, we got a button, got up the gas from the heavy cover. We've still got a line of tank. Oh, putting the tank folks down here. Oh dear, almost lost it in a matter of moments. Do not underestimate the tank hunter phalanx. And there you go. Folks are being shot a bit with the T-34-76 and of course all of the infantry. We all see a lot of guards from Puma troops dropping dead out in the open. The T-54 shoots doesn't quite land the great hit he hoped for. Guards were about to get wiped out, and he does go wiped. A small win there for VonAsten. Small win. And there got the infantry force back, just piles of dead bodies all over the place. Boom being fixed up, they're pretty swift as priority. Schwer punch quarters yet we set up for VonAsten. A kidnap on the way there. And the T-54 is just crashing the corpses beneath its treads. A meat grinder from Minsk. Puma shoots, misses. T-54 took up with the functions advancing. Down the point here. So enforcing healing. Engineer sitting out there. Need to fix up the Puma.
Prepare for orders. Prepared for action. Prepare for combat. Squad back to full strength.
Tree goes its own ways.
Armor car ready for action.
Got another push here by VonAsten. Okay, Puma going for the T-54, she's doing heavy damage. Almost gone down half health here. Misses, and there you go. The swarm advances once more here on VonAsten. Machine gun setting up an early on machine setting got the Puma again as well. Oh, look at me again. Puma obviously is not going to have to deal with that. And there goes subtroops going to function. Worth noting though, while guards can get into this position with the conscripts, they do not become immune to suppression like the guards from now, so they can actually take it. But there you go, Lux gets simply taken out by the sheer number of anti-tank rifles there. Having incredibly swift and just boom, it was gone. That is definitely painful there from VonAsten. Folks moving ahead. Finally up the Wehrmacht Schlepper. Puma moving in. 2 kills, Veteran G1. We got Finn 89 as a 411. Showing Joseph has a tiny lead out for VonAsten. A tiny lead. I think he's going for a T-55 next, at least not another T-54 6.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
There you go, Schwer punted quarters roughly halfway done here for VonAsten. He did actually briefly consider another T-54 6 they're showing to, but I think he figures a T-55 might do him a bit more good, or maybe he wants a Katyusha instead. We shall see. At this point, though, I would not be surprised if VonAsten actually planned to go here for the Command Panther.
Command half-track has been permanently established as a static post.
Infantry advancing infantry, going from the northern curve point, mining up the southern point here. And no, he does go for another T-54. It seems like Shogun is quite indecisive here, which is something that could prove quite beneficial for VonAsten. Quite beneficial indeed. And there you go, Schwerer Panzer Quarters up and running, fully authorized. Fully authorized with the 30mm flak. Puma moving in. Put it from the Puma on the T-54 6. In the south, engagement about to break out between engineers and the Sturm Pioneers. It's quite obvious who's going to win that one. It's not the engineers. Oh, he does commit to T-35 there. Shogun again, definitely a bit decisive. No, VonAsten does not go for Command Panther. It was starting to look like that. Instead, going for the regular Panzer IV Model J. Certainly going to be better versus all the infantry, but less effective versus the T-35. But obviously, if we can get rid of the infantry, the T-34s should be less of an issue anyways. That said, it's still going to be tricky for the Panzer IV Model J because of the extra armor. All of these anti-tank rifles have deflection, which the gas ones do, which means they can still damage the Panzer IV. So it can still get a bit dicey there for VonAsten versus Shogun. So the Puma Trooper anti-tank rifles do not have deflection damage, by the way. Sturm Pioneers right, they finally got wiped out there. His luck ran out. His luck ran out. T-Phillips was right. T-Phillips was down to half health. Oh! Hits a mine, hits a mine. Got the opportunity to take it out, but no, he can't do it. Can he? At least he doesn't do it. Fox from tank from the north. He catches the gas in a bad spot. Just move in. Oh! Almost got it, almost got it. One more hit, one more hit. Doing it. Oh! Grenade off there. He's trying to self up. Oh! Another wipe there. But opened up for the Puma to win, and it's shot. Either misses or bounces, and the T-Phillips coming in. Misses again. Panther IV arriving. Really some bad luck here for VonAsten versus Shogun. Good lord, he's shot an infantry. And unlock. Engineers routed. VonAsten very badly needs more infantry. Infantry. I think some more at this point is probably the best bet rather than foot grenadiers. Panzer 4 down to less than half health, machine gun routed. McKenna sending up here. Good try for Nick, trying the T-35 maybe. Everything just misses that Panzer 4. Nothing misses the Panzer 4 on the other hand. Oh, good lord, he almost lost the Panzer 4. He lost the Panzer 4 right there. I think that would have been GG. Even then, though, VonAsten is in a very, very tight and uncomfortable spot. And we got a Hailmorton out here for Shogun to deal with the support weapons and infantry. VonAsten going for more Storm Pilots to replace the ones that got wiped previously. Very good there. At least he has the repair parties to assist. And the guardsmen just using it to tank rather than trying to destroy the sandbags. Couldn't we like just walk over there and like push the sandbags over? Нет, Dimitri. That is not allowed. By whom? The Canadians. Who are they to say such things? Just don't question it. Don't question it. Or they'll have them to. They'll do to you what they did to Igor. Oh no. Yes. Taking the Panzer 4 stealth. Storm Pioneer Squad ready. T-Fox being repaired. The Force Collector in 34. Still being suppressed. Panzer 4 almost ready here for VonAsten. Almost ready, a bit more to go. Meanwhile, Shogun is not far off from another T-3045 at this rate, which could be, of course, a really big problem for VonAsten. A modified on taking out the first gun is T-30 advancing. Got the Panzer 4 on the move, mobilized for Germany. Doctrine once more. Catching the T-30 there with a nice flank hit here, following on to Panzer 1000. And right here, Shogun might just committed a mistake. Or there's a pathing error, I don't know. But I'll wait. The T-35 doesn't get punched, and the T-35 moving into assist here. Catching the Panzer from the bad spot. Neither hits or penetrates the other machine crew. They're taking heavy damage. Water firing down there. Machine gun should retreat now. The T-35 machine is just hosing down the crew, and there you go. But Kenworth joining in the line. The Panzer 4 maybe trying to take up the T-35 here. But there you go. Infantry in to block the pursuit here and save the T-35's bacon. The Kenworth and the other has to have further deal with Shogun Cho's armor. Shogun Cho meanwhile is incredibly close to another T-35. We've got 290 versus 108. VonAsten's odds are looking somewhat bleak. Panzer moving in. Storm Pioneer pushing forwards there. More M10 taking from around here. We got flank position there. Puma ready to go once more. VonAsten put P-Betty also say up for Panzer 4 more. 2 Panzer 4s would be bad, but again, versus increasing large number of T-35s, so immediately Yak Panzer Panther, even the Command Panther versus that. The tank shouting 40, Puma shoots, misses. The gun very aggressively misses the mark here. And South Panther was the guardsman. Puma there, close to 22. Puma moving in. Good hit there, Puma getting into 2, and then takes 2 hits. Almost knocking out the armoured car. Almost.
Standing by. Send orders. Verify my detector mode. The rest of you check equipment.
T-34, crude loaded and ready.
T-34 Salford's got 24 kills on it, all infantry, and another T-34-85 on the way there for Shogun Cho as expected. We obviously have VonAsten response to this Soviet armoured hegemony, which seems to be established there by Shogun Cho. T-34 76 Salford, who does without his armour too much, and nice medicine to pick it up 1-1 though. That could quickly undercut here Shogun Cho's dreams of socialist tank domination.
Ready for action.
Panzer 4 flanking in from the south, close to 22. Got hit there, 22 again, oh dear. Oh, they quickly outmaneuvers them. Pumming in. slow. Oh, he double retreats into the right of the blob, and the T-35 gets away. Meanwhile, T-35 going for the Puma here. VonAsten looks like he's not setting up here, possibly for the another Panther 4. So it may just be the Panther here. Yeah, probably in Panther command. Panther now. Panther 4 they're being fixed up. 6 kills. We got 238 versus 408. T-3045 comes in south, which engine control there. Panther gets good hit, but it's up against the T-35 at that range. He's not great for the Panther 4. Another hit, the T-35 single shot. Machine taking heavy hits. There you go, final penetrating hot roll here. The T-Panther 4 is having some shots hitting up the T-35. Could actually possibly take it out too. Goes for the Combat Blitz. Here, and oh, that one misses. There you go. Guard squad with Puma to support moving in. Puma hanging back. Panther very close and finally VonAsten dispatching troops northwards to start, heading up there. Feels like perhaps just was waiting to get up enough sufficient force sectors to begin detailing force on the north side. Keep coming up here, more coming down there. Puma bounces off the T-35's frontal armor. Going for the southern victory point. We got 214 versus 108. We can soon go for the Panther, but I would not be surprised if he's going for the... Come on, Panther. And we got another truck. Could he actually be planning a King Tiger, though? That would certainly be very ambitious here by VonAsten. Very ambitious. But I suppose VonAsten might be feeling pressured enough that he has to consider more drastic measures here versus his Stalinist opponent. Chief of the Grand Northern Point. Thumbs up there to show his mental ability. Advance going to send. We got plenty of guard got the Haven mortar there in support. The Kevin is ready, but didn't counter anything against the infantry. In fact, just expose them to the targets, causing needless manpower bleeding. South here, Panther is the guard squad. McKenna are routed. Pretty painful loss there for VonAsten. Pretty painful. Now the Bedford's almost done. Coming in here. Situation looking pretty bad here for VonAsten. He's under some serious pressure here by Shogun Cho. Looks like going to try and take out the strap on with force. VonAsten to have to go for the King Tiger no matter what now. Guards will take a nasty hit here. Panther 4 close 15 machine knocking up several troops there. And there you go, the strap on the quarters explodes. That's an 85mm armor piercing shell goes through and sets off the fuel. Panther 4, the very close 53 there. T-Fluff up down to left and half up, needs to fix up the Panther 4 fast and now needs to hold on for dear life until he can call in the King Tiger. Puma bounces off the T-Fit force from 6 frontal armor. Another bounce. There's some really spectacular luck there for Shogun Cho. Big push for the infantry, fixing up the Puma. Panther 1 need repairs, and of course he needs to get some victory points under control. But he's focusing so far on the centre one, could prove to be a fatal mistake. This is ignoring the southern one. We shall see, we shall see. Grenade assault and heavy mortar here. Oh dear. Most of the grenades don't hit the bloody mark. But at the same time, Shogun Cho is clear to prepare quite a lot of things. I have to pay attention to what's going on there. And he could possibly take out the mortar. There you go. Grenades on the building, forcing out the Puma to squad there. Heavy mortar crew about to get exterminated. Then VonAsten could make off with the heavy mortar piece here. And there we go. A small thumbs up to VonAsten. A small thumbs up. MD-54 getting ready. We got medics on weather for VonAsten. King Tiger still some time away here. Ground the sun rig point behind the 50, that's 1-8. At the current state of income, a King Tiger can happen in 3.5 minutes. Earliest, that requires him to not really have any significant manpower losses in the meanwhile. Not lose too much ground elsewhere. I'm dealing with the advancing infantry as Shogun Cho wants himself ahead. A mortar did not get away, got destroyed there actually.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Guess that's still here for FNAST. Couldn't notice the T-35. Puma very close with the 3, and there go. Gains the vaunted Veteran T3. Up north there, T-34 around the point here. Panther 4 is moving in, heading in south of the Guardsman. Veteran T3 gain, increasing rate of fire. And its mobility. Bounce in the centre. Puma getting the T-35 there. Another hit there. Almost got the T-35. Well, FNAST trying to soon finish off. He does go for it. Possibly. No, Guard Squad there blocking the path. Might want to grab the southern point here as well to increase fuel income. But we got a northern one, which does help a bit there in getting out a King Tiger just a tiny bit faster here for VonAsten. But even then, it's still some time away. Meanwhile, CoH2 seems to be stalling out a bit, in part because he doesn't really have a lot of outlets for his resources once, like, you know, he's a full pod cap, which he more or less is now. You can't build, say, bunkers or anything like that. Oh, machine gun wipe there. A stinging blow to VonAsten, though perhaps not the most critical loss at the moment. But could be. Sandbags mines, so Plenty's really ready for another, trying to prepare himself another push here by Shogun to another charge. Another ground run in the south here. Another massive, you know, commitment of infantry. That machinery position, tank rolling up as well. They're going to be marked targeted here. He's going for the southern point, great, but needs the machine gun up there to deal with all the infantry, so they're sitting up at far points here. Panther all lands a great hit, 16 kills, half 8 24. King Tiger is a bit of a minute away. They will have the fuel for it in a minute, but the manpower won't quite be there. T-35 they're charging in with T-35. There you go, hits the mine. Puma's up here. Good hit. Another hit here from the Puma. Could take out the T-35 here now. Kept turning around. Panther wants support here. Other T-35 moving in. Oh dear, support was in trouble. Puma there, half 8. Yeah, Panther moving in here. T-35 there, or T-38 actually, main gun is out. Almost got the T-35 as well there. Puma should move in, but he isn't. Engineers being hauled forward. Southern point can see still. We got 149, there's a 365. Folks nearby, trying to finish off for the Panther fast here. Puma charges in, shot bounces again. T-34 then knocked out. Was it a mine or was it something else? I don't know. There you go, 2 T-34s down. Huge tactical win there for VonAsten. Show each other can quickly replace losses in terms of armor. He has the manpower, has the fuel. He goes for the Katyusha instead. Curious choice then. Of course, he may not be able to cross that VonAsten about to him with a King Tiger though. Which certainly, if he does know that, or at least has a suspicion of it, then the Katyusha is a really bad idea. And even then though, I'm not entirely sure like the infantry spot right now the main issue for Shogun, but that's. Anyways, T-35 there, 6 kills, but need 2.
Guard squad ready. Engineer standing by.
We are losing territory.
VonAsten still some time away from the King Tiger. He has to fuel easily, but again the manpower here remains the issue for VonAsten and the German army, the 11th Panzer Division. Got flares off there to check out what his opponent is doing.
This building is ready to
His pump company going to field guns.
now the enemy will pay. Have a useful
Coming from Northern Rick, Spunk 115 versus 365. King Tiger is now less than a minute away here for VonAsten. Puma close to the 8th level here. So is the Panther 4 for that matter.
Taking what we have secured.
In the centre there, MG-34 with engineers, focusing about. Good try and just get scrap the weapon there. Deep lock machine above. He's got the strength to grab the folks with an upgrade, he can upgrade more weapons. There goes Katyusha 5 raining down here on VonAsten centre. Field gun ready as well. Tank booming in there. Could actually crush the infantry. Oh dear, that's a big mistake. He should actually try to blitz over it. That's just me. Could actually might have gotten like 2 crushes. Units just walked crush entirely. Booming in a T-4 on its own here. And there you go, Ace Panther 4 here for VonAsten, increasing the action on the route now. Almost got the T-4 covered in with that. They keep missing in with the Ace level bonus. They can't seem to hit it on the bloody move. There we go. T-5 knocked out now. Now Shogun shows no armor left. King Tiger's all around to you for VonAsten just by the end of things, by the looks of it. VonAsten has managed a comeback despite heavy losses and a strong lead of Shogun Cho. It seems like Shogun Cho was just able to quite fully utilize it in the end. So there you go. Tiger 2 out. Königstiger gefechtsbereit. once I think Shogun Cho sees that one, or hears it, he may just give up because he's got one field gun to try and stop the King Titan. There you go. As soon as he sees it, he breaks. So there you go. GG, game over. A loss for the Red Army, a victory for Germany. A great play there with VonAsten and some great plays by Shogun Cho, but again, just struggled to really make full utilization of it in the late game. Like support weapons, and could have used the Mortar better for some smoke screens. I think that's definitely Shogun Cho's major mistake there. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell family, do channel these. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Up till tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.